Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves birthday haul edition. So last week was my birthday and I got myself a few gifts and I got gifted some plants as well. And I thought I will cover these along with some chores that I've been doing on my plants in the last 2-3 weeks and just share my thoughts on what has been going on with them. A lot of them have not been doing too well and I have not been feeling like making videos because I have lost at least 6 plants and I'm trying to recuperate 4 plants and I've got some more plants now, around 4 or 5 new plants. So let's see, we'll talk about it and we'll see what the updates are. So I'm gonna start with the main one. There are 2 main ones which I'm so happy I got because I've been wanting to grow these from scratch, but I realized it's not gonna happen. It's gonna take a really long time, and I realized that most of the plants for these specific genus we see online actually are probably bought that way, right? They are not from scratch, and we end up thinking why our plants aren't doing so well. So just gonna show this one, and this is the first one, which is my Enjoy Pothos. It's really bushy, it's really big, it's really healthy, and it's got a lot of vines. I saw this at a nursery at the mall, this one and another one, and I thought initially that should I even take it or not. So by the end of the shopping spree for my birthday, I decided I'm just gonna buy these. I'm just gonna show you a different view of it. Second. So it's really nice and bushy on the top. I've been trying to achieve this with my cuttings, which I had got from a seller, and it wasn't doing much. I'm going to show that also for comparison, but I think the best way to get a bushy plant is just to buy one, and I'm just going to keep it on its spot. Yeah, so that's the spot I have given it, and it's really, I think, a great corner for it. I intended to hang it up at a shelf here, but I think this is fine here because it's getting a decent spot and it's not really hitting the floor yet. So that's on Enjoy Pothos. So this is the other plant I was talking about. This is the size of what I started with, and of course this is very tiny to compared to what I have, and the colors aren't still developed. It's still struggling, though every time there's some new growth, but it's definitely way small in comparison to what I have purchased. So I would just suggest that if there's a plant you really want and there's a specific look you're going for, the best thing would be to just buy it, because otherwise it's just a very long wait, and it gets quite depressing at times because the plants end up dying, which I'm gonna do a separate video on explaining what's happening with my plants right now and the reason why I have decided to invest in more matured plants only. Now the next one in my series is this beautiful Marble Queen Pothos. It's really huge, it's really long, and it's got a ton of vines. They are nice thick vines. I've never had thick vines on any of the pothos I've had so far. So when I got this, it was in a hanging basket, and just today before this video I have shifted it into this another pot, which of course I have a different spot for, not here, but I had actually tried hanging these outside there, both of the pothos that I've got, but because of the hot weather and the heat, I started seeing a lot of damage, and the color started changing. I'm going to insert a video of how this looked when I got it. It was so pretty, so beautiful. It still is, but it definitely has seen damage, and it's got a lot of aerial roots. I'm not being sure what do I do about them. Do I chop these off? Do I let them be? I'm currently facing a really bad weather where I stay, and I'm just wondering if it's something I need to fix, or do I need to get a humidifier, which by the way I'm getting, because I've been seeing a lot of damage on my plants, which has really been upsetting me. But overall it's a beautiful plant. I'm gonna insert some clips from other angles, because the lighting is really poor from this one. Next one on the list is Hoya carnosa compacta. I have wanted this plant for so long, and I wanted my first Hoya to be a Hoya carnosa compacta, so I'm really happy I got this as a gift, and it's so beautiful. I love the shape of the leaves, and I'm still learning so much about the plant. In fact, I think it's still trying to adjust in my home. I had a trailing vine here which was this big till here, 4-5 leaves, but they have also dropped, and I think maybe I overwatered it, is what we found out. Also, I'm not sure if I'm taking the right care for it, and I think it has some pests. I can see some webbing here. I can see some white markings which could be mealybugs. So I have decided to clean it up with just some alcohol, and even this thing has thinned out. So I've lately been seeing my plants stress out after they come to my home. They come in really good condition. This arrived in a very healthy condition, but just in 2 days I started seeing some differences. So I'm just gonna give it time to adjust to my home, and it is actually for this reason I have ordered a humidifier as well. So yeah, this is on my Hoya, also known as Hoya Hindu rope, which I find is a very interesting name. And the last one I have for today is this beautiful air plant, which is along with the Spanish moss hanging down here, which I think is so pretty, so beautiful. And I never thought of getting air plants because I was not sure about how big they are, how do they look, and how do you take care of them. And I'm still trying to figure that out, but it looks so pretty and it's just so interesting. So I'm really happy I have one in my collection. There are a lot of do's and don'ts about these plants, so I'm gonna try and do a video on it soon. It's come on this little wired hook, so you can hang it anywhere you want. It's been doing well. I think so far out of the new plants, this seems to be doing fine. So that's all that I want to share for today. There is a little issue I've been facing with my plants. Like, all of them aren't really doing well. They've started wrinkling and curling, and the weather has been really bad. So I'm just trying to stay put. I've ordered an humidifier, and I'm gonna just try and see if that works or not. And yeah, that's all for this time. I'll see you guys later. Bye.